Holy bad look. L host, bro. L host.
L
Oh my
host.
god. L host. I bet that. I don't think. All right. People are gonna come in later, but
That's cool.
we have to start because I do not want to get killed by these Snapchats I'm already getting that I'm 20 minutes late. So, welcome everyone to the 20th episode of Some Casual Takes. We're at the 20 milestone W podcast hosted by me, Stephen Pepper, featuring other sports fans debating interesting topics with the most casual takes. This episode is brought to you by no one. Bro, I got to use this ghetto setup here. I can't use my camera. What is it, bro? I got this like HDMI adapter to plug whatever's on my laptop to a monitor, and it also plugs my microphone in and my webcam in. But this broke. I don't know how. It just broke. So now I can't use my monitor, so I look at my laptop. And not only that, I can't use multiple USBs. So I'm using one USB at the time, which is I got this singular USB adapter that works, but apparently it doesn't because now I can't use my webcam. So I'm fully streaming off the laptop today. Ghetto stream. But I'm here with Jake, LeBron James fan page on TikTok. What up, Jake?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Sports with Jake. Oh, you changed your name. You're no longer LeBron James fan page.
Yeah. I'm gonna
You
change my
still
username.
are, but that's your at.
Yeah.
What were you before Sports with Jake? I swear you were something else.
Yeah. I mean, at one point I was Lucky Too Tough.
Yeah, lucky. That's how I am.
Yeah.
That's how I knew you. You were lucky. But now it's LeBron James fan page. I had some football stuff, but since the people aren't going to join, we're going to skip over that. Yo, really quick, did you see that Giannis stat pad a triple double?
Yeah, I saw that.
Bro, imagine if Russ would have done that.
Yeah, I feel like Russ gets way too much hate when it comes to his triple doubles. I mean, people were like, acting like that, like his triple doubles like didn't really lead to anything, like the time when he was getting them. But like, if I'm not mistaken, I think his teams won like 73% of their games when he did have a triple double. So
What's that for him? I just learned about that stat. I already got a guess that's educated me. I didn't even know that stat.
Now you know.
See, like, bro, if OKC Russ in like 2018 would have threw that ball last second off the.
Uh-oh, what happened?
My bad. I accidentally backed out.
You're
All right,
good.
so we back. What I was trying to say is if 17 Russ would have threw a ball off backboard, caught a rebound to get his triple double, the narratives of him being like a stat patter would have been insane. I think Giannis gets away with like a lot.
Yeah, I definitely agree. If it was Russ, it definitely would be a totally different narrative on the media.
We kind of like just pick our favorites. But into the media. First of all, can you hear that music in the background or no?
No, you're good.
Nah, because my boy, he's like practicing for a huge DJ gig, and he lives upstairs, and but he like plays his DJ like out loud.
Oh yeah, now you're good. I can't even hear it.
I want to open my door, but it's a nice day. I want to open my window. It's hot in here, but I can't do that because there's a lot of people screaming outside because it's a nice day out.
Oh, hey,
but we can start with.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, what? No, you
I was just gonna say I follow football too. So if you want to talk about football, that's fine.
Oh, you do? I was gonna do like quick comments on Derek Carr going to the Saints.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but now I know.
Yeah, so he went to the Saints today. But I was gonna bring in some football people and talk about that.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, but Derek Carr went to the States. We're gonna see how that goes. It's crazy because the Jets and Buccaneers who don't have a quarterback right now, they just didn't even give him an offer. Carolina didn't really try, so it seems like his only option was the Saints. So it's gonna be interesting how the quarterback market looks for Lamar Jackson and company.
Yeah.
When it opens up. So the Saints aren't drafting a quarterback, just confirmed. But the leading story of the day that I want to talk about is Ja Morant. Ja Morant, dude, according to Flight Reacts. Bro, what is going on with Ja Morant?
Man.
It's one thing after another with this guy. I mean, let's just go down all of his incidents because it's not one thing. So we got this 17-year-old story incident with people pressing charges out here. Apparently, he's got, a little background on the story. He invited like this 17-year-old guy who was like kind of nice at basketball to his house to go hoop. Things got a little heated. All of a sudden, he's beating this kid up. They start chirping. Ja Morant goes to his house and start flexing a gun. So he's got this little 17-year-old assault incident. And not only does he have that, he's got more. He's got this finish line employee incident where the finish line employee tried to get authorities involved. So NBA player out here, trying to be tough guy with a shoe employee. Not only that, we got the Indiana Pacers incident where it wasn't Ja, it was probably one of his friends, but still, guilty by association. His friend, after a game, is shining a red laser at Pacers staff. And that's not a good look from an NBA player. That's like gangster. That's like gangster stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after all of that comes together on social media and more people are talking about it, after Ja Morant is catching hot water on social media because all this stuff keeps happening, he goes on Instagram Live by choice. It'd be different if like Ja Morant got caught up like at an event and someone like secretly recorded him. He went on Instagram Live by choice after a game, flexing a gun. That's not a good look for an NBA player. And it brought into question, how does he even have that gun with him right after a game on the road? Which now the NBA is investigating whether he brought this gun on the team plane. And you cannot do that. That's illegal by NBA rules. So this could cost him a hefty suspension. You cannot bring a gun on team property like practice facilities, locker rooms, planes. You can't do that. So he could get suspended for 50-plus games. Ja Morant's season might be over.
Yeah, it's all ridiculous how it's going down. I mean, especially, with the hot start to his career, all these deals he's getting, I just don't really get the point and all this stuff he's doing. And it makes no sense. You know what I mean? It's just...
Dude, this like gun thing on Instagram Live happened like 5 days after he got that Powerade ad. He was like the first Powerade star in like a few years. He was going to bring Powerade back, be the face of Powerade. And now he's flexing guns and trying to act like a gangster. We could be seeing the next Gilbert Arenas. This is the next Gilbert Arenas. Ja Morant completely destroyed the Memphis Grizzlies season, honestly, because if he does get suspended, he's suspended indefinitely right now. It's like a healing process. He's taking some time off. But if the NBA concludes that this man brought a gun on the plane, he could be gone for 50 games, which we have 18 left for Memphis. That's basically the whole season because that's the playoffs and the rest of the season gone. So Ja Morant could miss the whole season. It could be over for him.
Exactly. And if this keeps going how it's going, I could eventually see like some sort of like Allen Iverson situation where he kind of gets blackballed from the league. You know what I mean? Like how you know what I mean? Like teams didn't want to offer AI later in his career, and stuff like that. They were kind of avoiding him because I kind of thought that he was kind of like a cancer to the team. They didn't really want any problems with him like being on their organization. So
this will definitely affect his reputation. Yes.
Yeah. So could something like that limit maybe his free agency options and stuff like that when teams put all this into account? What's going on? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I just have Ja Morant is interesting because when he came into the league, I liked him. He was one of my favorite players coming out of Murray State, that dunk in the tournament. I really liked him. I thought he was going to be next up. I was one of those people that were making arguments like, you can low-key pick number one over Zion. Like, he was that good, that explosive. And so he was so likable as this new athletic point guard that was going to come in the league. But he's just going on and on with new incident. And now you just can't like him. He's becoming unlikable now because he's putting on this persona that's just off-putting and just so forced and just doesn't feel like Ja Morant. I mean, how many incidents are we down now? 5? We got the 17-year-old incident, the finish line employee. I mean, the man's getting into beefs with a 17-year-old and a shoe worker. the Pacers incident. It probably wasn't Ja Morant, but guilty by association. Your homeboy's flashing a red dot at a Pacers staff member. And then after you catch hot water, you bring a gun on the plane. And after a loss, you go on Instagram Live and you're flexing a gun, thinking you hard. But Ja Morant, let me tell you, bro, you is not hard. And please stop being hard because this is a terrible influence. I mean, when you think about the people, there are thousands of kids. I want Ja Morant's not listening, but I want Ja Morant to listen up if he ever sees this. Ja Morant is such a bad influence. I don't hear about anyone. Everyone's talking about just Ja Morant just doing this. No one's talking about how Ja Morant is his actions are consequential in the community because there are thousands of kids who look up to Ja Morant, who buy Ja jerseys, who watch his game. They aspire to be in Ja's position as a professional basketball player making millions of dollars. They aspire to be in his position because they get to because not only do they get to play the sport that they love, they can do that while also making millions of dollars and get out of that neighborhood that is filled with gangster personas that Ja Morant is trying to embody. That lifestyle that Ja Morant wants to live, they want to get out of it. And not only do they want to get out of it, they want to get their families out of that, out of those communities. They want to, and then they want to go as far as to using those millions of dollars to build up those communities to kind of get rid of those gangsters that Ja Morant portray. So now what Ja Morant is showing to kids is that gang can, I don't know how to say it, but that gangster lifestyle can kind of connect with, can mesh with the NBA money. And it's just not a good look for kids to see that an NBA player hasn't left behind what they're trying to escape. You get what I'm saying?
And on top of all that, if Ja Morant had hey, what up, Crunch? But if Ja Morant had come from an area growing up to where maybe that was considered okay, it'd be a little bit different. But from where Ja Morant came from, it's not like, he went to a private school, he was living with both his parents. I mean, his parents both had jobs, they were working. So it's not like he was like taught bad growing up. This is just the dumb decisions that he's making on his own.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
We're just talking about Ja Morant, Crunch.
What's up, bros?
The gangster himself. What up?
Bro, Lucky and Casual Takes, bro, my two favorites.
Come on, man.
Yeah, what you thinking about? What you think about Ja Morant, man? The gangster himself could be out for the entire season.
Man, bro, he could be out for the season, bro. Just bad decision after bad decision, bro. It's all his fault. I don't want to hear anything else about the environment and the people around him. Like, I understand the situation he's in, but at the end of the day, it's still your decision to do what you're doing, bro. Because it started with him beating up the 17-year-old kid, the teenage kid. Then the story came out, and they said he was punching him 13 times and stuff like that, and they said he held him at gunpoint. Now you're flashing a gun on live. Well, you just sealing your own fate, bro. Because now, like, what are we supposed to do? I feel like that kind of clarified a lot of the stuff too. If you're flashing a gun, bro, then that means a lot of those stories had a lot of validity to it. As far as you holding a guy at gunpoint. I'm not saying that he did it, but I'm just saying, like, if you're telling, I mean, because if that's the case, what are you showing us for? Yeah, like, what are you showing us for, bro? So it looks like
50 games
go.
is crazy. No, I'm just saying, like,
if I'm not mistaken,
50. If he does get suspended 50 games, that's the entire regular season plus playoffs. So he's going to be done for the season if there is 50 games. What people are trying to say.
And he'll also miss games going to next season.
Yeah, depending how long the Grizzlies season goes.
All right.
So we just got
in the first round without him.
Gilbert Arenas 2.0.
Wait, no, I'm trying to even the Grizzlies would almost have to go to Game 7 in every round and win the championship for him to not miss any games next year.
Right. And they might get swept without him in the first round, bro. So,
hey Crunch.
Yo.
You like that, Crunch?
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Respect
Yo,
to Kobe.
Crutch, are you still banned on TikTok, bro?
Bro, they unbanned me and then banned me the first day that they unbanned me, bro. So I
speaking the truth,
again,
bro.
like I only went live. I only went live twice that day. The second time they banned me for no reason. I wasn't even cussing or nothing, bro. I was talking about Dallas. It wasn't even heated, and so
Yeah,
I don't know, bro. That's just
yeah,
what they do.
maybe they
Hey, man.
got some
That's
like
what
LeBron. Maybe they got some LeBron groupie at the TikTok headquarters. They need to shut you down.
Yeah, bro. I was on a TikTok live when they were doing live TikTok trivia, and the guy, he looks like a LeBron fan, so I think they got a lot of LeBron fans.
This is off topic, but last night somebody made a new page and it was called NBA Hoopers Rooster, and it's like a picture of a rooster, and you went to the live that NBA Hoopers was on, and they kept saying like a bunch of rooster chats, and he ended up just like leaving the live and he got off for the day because he was getting so mad.
That's funny as hell, bro. It's a lot. It's a lot of funny guys on TikTok, bro. Like NBA Hoopers. Hey, bro, you ever had NBA Hoopers on here?
Nah, I don't know what that is.
Oh man,
Who's that?
Man, he's funny, bro. I was.
Oh man, let me see.
I had that one dude. He's like a big Detroit fan, bro, and he showed me his top 15, and it was just all Pistons
Oh
players,
my
bro.
goodness, I know what you're talking about. He had Ben Wallace ahead of LeBron.
Yeah, Ben Wallace had LeBron. He had Joe Dumars as an honorable mention. He like Rip Hamilton up there, bro. Oh my god, bro. Bro, you ever bro, I've had TikTok for what, 2 months now? I never thought people were just so slow when I talk basketball. I didn't think people could get so far. Then you go on TikTok and you just see the most dumb opinions ever.
Yeah, bro. Seeing everybody's opinion, like.
I was gonna say, I was just live before we hopped on here, and I invited Casual. He was there too. Somebody was trying to say that Joel Embiid would cook Hakeem Olajuwon in the post.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
That's what
They say he would cook him. Like
I don't know. It makes no
he would
sense.
still get his bucket. Yeah, like he would still get his buckets. Like he would still get like 20 something. But he's not cooking Hakeem, bro. Like in the post, and then Hakeem was gonna cook Embiid
Not more
in the
than
post.
Hakeem would cook him. Yeah.
Right.
And then
it's just not more than he would cook him.
After that, he said LeBron would get 50 points against Scottie Pippen if Pippen was on the whole game.
Nah.
LeBron has never showed that at all. Jordan couldn't get 50 on Gary Payton. Like, bro, the great defenders are not going to let the great offensive player score 50, bro. Like,
yeah,
no,
he's not getting 50, bro.
But we was talking about the Grizzlies now going to be without Ja Morant. So they played last night. It still held their own. Remember last season they were 20-5 without Ja Morant, and then won a playoff game without him. But they blew a lead. I think they were up 16 at one point. But I want to get your guys' thoughts on the Clippers before I move to Suns Mavs. What are your quick thoughts on the Clippers? Because they low. So I remember everyone's been trying to build up these Clippers for the last 3 years that they're better than the Lakers, that they're just Clippers always get excuses for why they should be title contenders, this and that. But they've been looking real shaky yesterday. Are the Clippers still like this for a real team that could contend for a title, or are you guys out on them?
No.
Man.
If they make the playoffs, it'll be a first-round exit.
I think I'm out on the Clippers too. I'm out. I'm out, bro.
Their bread and butter for a while was defense, man. But that defense, I did the math, 132 points per game given up on the 6-game stretch. They're 1-5 since in the 6-game stretch. And this 6-game stretch was since they got Westbrook, by the way. So I will Westbrook's fault. But this defense, 132 in the last 6 games, 1-5. They gave up a 51 third quarter to Grizzlies without Ja Morant. That's how bad their defense was.
I think I'm out on the Clippers.
And now they're the 8th seed now. They're the 8th seed now, too.
The Clippers, I don't trust any of those guys, really. It's not even just Russ. I don't see as much urgency from PG and Kawhi either, bro. They can't close games out. And like you said, they don't even have the same elite defense that they had. They just the Clippers, bro. Like, I mean, I'm not. I think the Kings can beat them in a 7-game series. I got Dallas beating them. No, but what do y'all think though about them?
They're garbage.
Yeah,
Oh, the Clippers.
I'm out.
Like I
Yes.
said, I think I'm out of the Clippers at this point. I've given them so many chances, just like everyone, because just wait till Kawhi and PG are healthy. These are proven stars in the league. This is a great core. Like Ty Lue's a good coach. I'm not seeing it anymore. I'm just not seeing it. Like I said,
Yeah,
this 6-game stretch, yes, I don't want to put all the blame on Westbrook, but I'm just going to go with the 6-game stretch since it got Westbrook. They're 1-5, and they were on a 5-game losing streak before last night. No defense at all is being played. When they signed Kawhi and Paul George, their bread and butter was actually their defense. Like their bread and butter was defense. What we hear all the time, right? Oh, they have the 2 best perimeter defenders in basketball on the same team.
right.
We used to hear that all the time. They're giving up 132 points per game. That's terrible in that stretch.
Well,
And now they're
if you look at
lead.
But here's the thing, though. If you look at the last 5 games, other than their last game, Russ really only had 1 bad game. I mean, the other games he was doing really good. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not putting it on Russ.
I wouldn't say really good. Russ disguises his play with the box score, to be honest.
Well, but here's the thing, though. I mean, Russ and PG both combined for 6 for 27 from the field and 1 for 13 from 3. Okay? So, yes, it is kind of – I don't want to say it's Russ' fault because it's also PG's fault, right? But the thing is it's like PG, I just feel like has he been efficient this year? Do you guys know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure out the top of my head. I think he's been having a quiet season, though.
Okay, because I was gonna say, because it seems like just the Clippers overall, they just haven't had a great year. It's just like they just can't get it together. You know what I mean? People are injured and they're bringing new guys in, and I don't know.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say it's all Russ's fault, but at the end of the day, it's like, the game. Well, he was playing clutch one game, but then he fouled out, and then PG and Russ couldn't close out. But in the other game, he kind of started.
The All-Star break, they landed 14.
You're lagging out, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm lagging.
Oh, you back.
Yeah. I was just looking at. Okay, so his field goal percentage this year.
Because
37 from 3 and 40. No, it's not bad. It's 46. It's better than last year.
Well, the thing is Russ, if you don't count their last game, has been shooting 60.
High.
But Russ has been shooting 61% from true shooting on the Clippers if you don't count the game last night and those other 5 games. So,
I just think, man, I don't know, man. I thought the trio was gonna look way better at this point.
But
they just aren't as good, bro.
I
think they just aren't as good. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
They just aren't as good as some other players.
Hey, I'm not trying to change the topic or get into I'm not trying to change the topic or get anything, but crunch, man. I've been thinking about it. I might have to put Kobe ahead of LeBron, man. I've really been thinking about it.
You got to put Kobe over LeBron?
I might have to. God. I've been thinking about it.
No.
No. Bro, you got to think about it, bro.
Quick, bro. What does Kobe have for LeBron?
He's won with less help. One with less help, more rings, better defense, better shooter.
With less help.
He's won more.
Kobe Bryant is the only NBA player ever to win back-to-back championships without a top 75 teammate. He's the only one to do it. I don't have to explain this to Crunch though. Crunch already knows.
Good.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'll write a book about it, bro. I was gonna make sure
you wrote a book about it, or you're going to.
No, I'm saying you can write a book about it. Yeah, so much though. You can write a book about it.
You lagged out, and even on top of that, though, even on top of that, though, Crunch, LeBron literally said Kobe was better than him in 2009.
LeBron literally said it. Hey, bro, we just took over his stream.
He just took over the stream. He had to leave. Kobe over LeBron.
Bro, listen, man. Yeah, I mean, bro, you just kind of, I mean, that's just simply put as you can put it. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Like, that's really the rundown. That's the main rundown that I always say, though. You know?
Wait, what was it? This is Kobe and LeBron again, bro. Camera's going to be off for the rest of the show, bro. I don't want to lag me down.
All right, bet.
Good. All right. I'm gonna turn mine off. I'm not gonna be the only one with my camera on.
Yeah, Lucky was just.
Oh, you
he was
guys
talking
didn't have
about
to turn
how
yours
Kobe
off.
won
That's
more
fine.
with less.
Okay. Kobe won more or less.
He has more championships. He's a better defender and he's a better shooter. So
Does he
that's
have
a
more finals
two-way,
MVPs?
offense. He doesn't have more finals MVPs, but he has more champions. I mean, you asked me what does he have over LeBron, and so he has more. He has more championships.
He has more all defensive first teams by a long shot.
Right.
But I can argue LeBron was a better peak defender. Kobe claimed that he was second in DPOY all the time.
No. Y'all want to know what I realized the other day too, on my stream from a few days ago? Because they always try to say that Kobe only got his all defensive teams off of his reputation. But if you think about it like this, though, right? He has the same amount of first team all defenses as Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan has a DPOY, but Kobe Bryant didn't have a DPOY, but he's the only one that have as many all first team defensives as Jordan. So really, off of his reputation, really you could argue he should have a DPOY as well, just like how people argue LeBron should have one.
You can't. You can be all defensive without being defensive player of the year level. To be honest.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it's the fact that he has 9 of them though as a guard, and then you can argue he was the best offensive player in the league at his peak. So that's like elite, like just total elite play on both ends.
Do y'all remember? When Kobe was silent for 2 weeks after Jordan talked trash to him, and then he went and gave him 50 when that next time they played? Y'all remember that?
What was it, like 2002?
Oh yeah. Like 02, right?
I don't care. It's still Michael Jordan. Let's not act like Michael Jordan was a bum.
All right. Yeah, I mean Jordan dropped 50 at that age too.
Yeah, he was averaging 20 a game. It's not like he was a bum.
So why did hold on? So Jordan, yeah. I mean that just reminded me. So why did Jordan? I mean Jordan dropped 50 and he was 38, but why didn't he do that when he played Kobe?
Bro, okay.
And on top of that, why couldn't he do it when he was in Chicago against Kobe?
Why did he drop 50 on? Right. Hold on. Wait a minute. Right. So hold on. So why didn't Pete? So wait a minute, bro. So why didn't Jordan, when he was in the 90s, drop 50 on Kobe?
Why?
But Kobe dropped 50 on Jordan. Right.
Exactly. Why couldn't Jordan drop 50 on a sophomore Kobe Bryant when he was in Chicago?
I'm gonna ask
Kobe Bryant wasn't a great defender then.
Right, bro.
Come on. So then this really brings up the discussion: who's better, Kobe or Jordan?
And Jordan already heard the trash talk in the locker room during the All-Star game. He already knew that Kobe was already telling people about the trash talk, and that's not really Jesus and stuff like that. I'm not worried about Michael Jordan, but you know what I mean, bro. Kobe Bryant. So basically, is 02 Kobe Bryant better than 96 Jordan, 97 Jordan?
Yes,
bro. No,
and if that's the case, and that version of Michael Jordan three-peated, but Kobe three-peated with Shaq, and they say that he wouldn't have done it without Shaq. But technically, you can say that he would have three-peated because that version of Kobe is arguably better than Jordan because he dropped 50 on Jordan, and he went to 3 straight finals later on in his career. Hold on, he went to 3 straight finals later on in his career to confirm it.
Bro.
So crunch. Let's be real. This really brings up who's better, Jordan or Kobe.
It really does bring it up, bro.
Kobe fans be like, I think the only real problem with Kobe, like when you look at it, dude, the one MVP just like looks bad.
Yeah, bro. Hashtag, bro. This is the new hashtag, bro. Hashtag Shaq was in a way. Because Shaq wasn't
what about
there,
all those years?
More likely, more likely because he was too old. He was too old to win it.
Exactly. Kobe could have won 5 without Shaq, bro. He really could have.
Yeah.
He just didn't give him the opportunity to.
Yeah, bro. He kept winning until his window was completely done due to injury. And then all those guys on his team kept getting old, bro. He didn't get no new point guard. He had Derek Fisher. Derek Fisher the whole way through, bro. So Derek Fisher was pretty much as old as Kobe, but he's not on the level of Kobe, so his prime is going to be over quickly.
Oh, and Kobe's
God,
got
no
better.
new
Kobe,
point guard gets D'Angelo Russell.
Kobe Bryant has better longevity than Michael Jordan.
Facts.
Kobe,
Bruh.
but people don't want to talk about Kobe Bryant. Before Kobe ruptured his Achilles, he was averaging 27 a game. Why
He
don't we
actually
want to talk
was,
about
bro.
that?
And that was year 17. That was year 17 Kobe Bryant.
So who's really better, Jordan or Kobe?
This is crazy, bro.
The guy with more MVPs and more championships.
So hold on. So if LeBron is the GOAT, the only way I'll accept LeBron being the GOAT, bro, is if the order has to be LeBron first, Kobe second, Jordan third. That's the only way. That's the only way I'll ever accept LeBron being the GOAT. Is if everybody can accept Kobe being second and Jordan being third.
I mean, let's be
because
real.
if you're valuing longevity, think about it, right? Hold on.
You can't be the
think
second
about it, right?
best
Hold on.
player of all
Actually,
time with only one MVP because you're passing guys
now that I
like
think
2 to
about
4.
it, now that I actually think about it, though, because they say that they value the reason they would have LeBron as one is because they value longevity over what you did in your peak. And Kobe, and just like Lucky said, Kobe has more longevity, and he only has one last ring.
Exactly, and plus, if you gave Kobe the same squad for as long as Jordan had that same squad, right? In terms of best players, Kobe could have won 6. He probably would have won 8.
Right. Exactly.
Okay,
right? If you really think about it, right? When Kobe beat Dwight Howard in the finals, one of the best centers in the league, and then he went and beat the super team Celtics, right? Imagine the teams. Hang on. Imagine the teams Kobe could have beat if he still had Shaq on his team all those years.
Right.
Kobe was doing that by himself.
Oh my goodness. And then bro, like this what I had realized this about Jordan too one day. Jordan actually left food on the table because we don't know what would have happened if he didn't retire after 93. It could have been
they would have lost.
Like it could have been more championships. Or just more success and more longevity in general, but you left food on the table. You know what I'm saying to you, bro? That's it. That gap is really important right there. That was peak. That was Jordan at his peak, and then his peak could have been longer than that, but he kind of, you know what I mean. When he came back, he was still in his prime, but he could have won more. I think.
And here's the thing. Had no answers for Hakeem. And here's the other thing. Right? The difference between Kobe and LeBron, right? Kobe was the best player on his team while also being the closer for his team. Right? LeBron was the best player, but he wasn't the closer. He couldn't finish out the games for him. He had to give it to Kyrie.
Bro, you're literally okay. See, then you said because he gave it to because you're saying because he gave it to Kyrie. You're completely ignoring all the other times he was a closer when he was in Cleveland. All the other time he was the closer in Miami.
Hang on, man. Hang on. I got
the 2 years with Kyrie.
Hang on though. What about hang on. What about in the finals when LeBron pulled it for 3, missed it, and then Ray Allen had to hit the 3 to tie the game to go into overtime?
He missed a shot. Congrats. We're just gonna ignore the 16th fourth quarter. Okay.
But my point is Ray Allen closed that game because he hit the shot to send it to overtime.
Yo, Paxson closed that game because he hit that shot. Kurt closed the game, bro. Bro.
Steve Kerr did close that one game, but how many? We're not talking about MJ. We're talking about Kobe and LeBron. How many times did a teammate close out a game for Kobe?
Okay, who closed out the game in the entire 2018 playoff run? Kyrie's gone. Who's closing?
What do you mean? Who was the closer? Nobody.
You're talking about against Victor Oladipo.
Against
NBA Victor Oladipo.
When he hit the game winner against Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, hit the game winner against Toronto.
But here's the thing though. But here's the thing though. That was the only year he was doing that.
Right. Hold on, Lucky, and that's my point. Lucky, and that's my point.
Forgetting about all the years.
No, that's my point. That's my point. That he did it against a guy like Victor Oladipo. This is weak competition compared to who Kobe was getting his game winners against and stuff like that.
Hey, he closed out against Orlando.
Yeah, no. He lost that series.
Yeah, I mean, okay, but it was kind of hard to win that series when your team is just shooting.
It's hard to win every series, bro. It's hard to win every series.
here's the thing: when you're supposedly the best player in the world, and you got that 3-point shooting team around you, it shouldn't be that hard to close out the series or to win it.
Right.
What 3-point shooting team? That team did not show up at all.
Bro, you
That
talking about
3-point shooting team that
LeBron? Hold
Look
on,
at the regular
LeBron
season.
LeBron is the hold on. Start. All right, well, let's start with LeBron. Then LeBron is the one that shot below 30% from the three that series.
Cap. So did Mo
Yes.
Williams.
Mo Williams was shooting below. No, he was shooting 30-something% from the three. He was just shooting bad from the field in general.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying to you, bro?
Yes, that's so. From a 40% free throw shooter goes
Maybe if you let them eat some instead of you just driving and kicking all the time, bro.
That was the whole offense that worked in the regular season.
Maybe if you let Mo Williams see what he can create.
Well, see, why does nobody talk about that? Why does nobody talk about when LeBron won 66 games, but he couldn't make it to the finals?
Yeah, you know what I mean? You didn't get it done.
Because he averaged 38, 8, and 39.
Oh, so basically all you have to do is
statistically outperform
all you have to do is pad your stats. All you have to do is pad your stats, right? And then you're good to go.
But here's the thing though with that casual. Maybe if he would have averaged 43 or 44, maybe they would have won. But he couldn't do it.
You're not serious. Can we move on? You're not serious.
Because when you're the leader,
you're not serious.
When you're the leader,
you're not serious.
I'm explaining it to you. Casual. I'm explaining it.
No, you're not serious with that. Next topic.
No, I am.
You're not serious with that, bro.
No, casual. I am serious. I'm
going
going to explain it. When you're the leader of your team and the main player, you got to do whatever you have to do to put
whatever
your team
it takes to win.
That's what Kobe Bean Bryant did. He always
whatever it takes to win.
All right, next topic, bro. There's just no way. Put him on
hilarious, bro.
All right, unmute yourself. All right, I actually wanted to ask the question, bro, because I'm not going there.
All right, fine, go ahead.
LeBron
fine,
average 50 points a game. Like, oh my god.
He should more, but it's okay. We can go into the next topic.
Hold on. Jordan averaged 43 one series against Boston, though, so it's not impossible. Hold on, is LeBron
when was that? 40.
Is LeBron? Oh, he averaged 40. He averaged 43 against Boston that series when he dropped 60. But he lost.
When was that?
Bro, he dropped 43. And he dropped 40 in the finals. Yo, yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron has to get that.
What about
what series did he average 40?
Bro, I'm telling you, he averaged 40.
Hang on, I have a screenshot. I have a screenshot of it.
Wait,
let me find the year.
Yeah,
no.
Bro, yeah.
When they won the championship, he averaged 29 a game.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about in 1993.
Oh, Jordan? Oh, I thought you were talking about Kobe.
Oh, no.
Jordan, yeah. Against Phoenix. You said Boston. Oh, against Phoenix, yeah. Jordan was 41
Oh, you thought I was talking about Kobe against Boston? No.
Yeah, because you said Boston. So I was like, oh,
I was talking about when Jordan averaged 40.
Kobe was
no, I was talking about the series when Jordan dropped 60 on Larry Bird in the mid-'80s. Huh?
Crunch.
Oh, he did that. Crunch. Jordan did that one game, and he still lost. So what do you want, Jordan? So what do you want me to say? By your logic, Jordan, you should have had 65 because you're the leader.
Yeah. He really should have. But here's the thing, though, Crunch, right? Crunch. You know what nobody talks about?
It's got to be the least intelligent, like
Kobe Bryant beat the teams that Kobe Bryant beat the teams that LeBron couldn't.
No, yeah, literally,
he did.
He literally beat those teams. Bro,
he did. Okay, I'll give you Boston, but you're not.
No, Boston, Orlando, and San Antonio.
Okay, I'll give you. Okay,
that's a good chunk.
I'll give you Boston because LeBron could not beat Boston.
You have to give me.
I'm not giving you Magic no matter what. I'm not giving you Magic no matter what. You can't average 39, 8, and 8, and be expected.
He didn't beat that team, bro. What are you talking
about? No, I'm not giving you that. I'm just saying you're acting like LeBron just couldn't beat him when he averaged 39, 8, and 8. It's a team sport at the end of the day.
All right, so do you think he could have beat him? Do you think he could have beat that team?
If he had better teammates, yes.
Oh, man, bro. He had good teammates.
I mean, Mo Williams was 37% from the field.
He had the coach of the year.
Delonte West was barely 30 from 3.
You can't talk about his coaching because he had the coach of the year, too.
I mean, coach of the year is record-based. I didn't say anything about coaching. Zydrunas Ilgauskas was getting cooked. Slow for him, bro.
No, he was getting cooked. I mean, sometimes, that's just how it goes, bro. I will admit the role players Kobe had at that point, they already did have some kind of experience. Like Derek Fisher was already on the ride.
It wasn't experience. It was just
all of those
performing better than LeBron's.
Yeah, no, I'm saying on top of that, like Yeah, no, I think they perform better, and I think you can attribute that to the experience too. Is what I'm saying. Maybe if LeBron had guys that had role players that had more experience. What I'm saying,
Now
bro.
let me ask you this, because you're the biggest Kyrie in the world. I want to get your opinion on Suns and Mavs. What was your little thoughts on that game, bro? 'Cause you're a Kyrie fan. You saw your boy lose.
Man,
What you think about that game, man?
I was confident throughout the game. I saw the back and forth, and Luka just sadly missed that layup. Man, that's really what it came down to. He missed the layup. He got a
Mm-hmm.
great look, missed the layup. I think if he makes that layup, the Suns win in overtime. I mean, excuse me, the Mavs win in overtime. Or
Yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
keep going. Now you go.
I was gonna say, or if he would have just if and I'm not trying to create any division between the two players, but I'm saying, or if Kyrie would have shot it, maybe he would have made it. Because every once in a while, you just miss a layup like that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not even going to get too hard on Luka. I just think that, in any other scenario, they would have been all right. Like, if he makes a layup, they're fine. Or if Kyrie just scores, they're fine. Or if Luka
Mm-hmm.
hits a jumper. What they showed me is that they can get great looks at any time down the stretch, and they can stay in any game because of their offense. They do give up a lot of points, but they can trade buckets with anybody, and I think they can
Mm-hmm. They
outscore
can box
anybody.
with people, bro, for real. They can box with
Yeah,
people for real.
yeah, facts.
I think that was just a matchup that that's what you would expect from Suns versus Mavs.
Right.
Two duos of probably the four most offensively talented players in basketball.
Yeah, that's facts, bro.
And just at the end, both those teams have shaky defenses. So just at the end of the day, the matchup came down to whose superstars were better. If
Yeah,
these teams played in a playoff series, which I want, I think this whole world would want these teams to play in a playoff series. And if they do, it would come if they played in a Game 7 series, the matchup would come down to whose superstars played better more often. And the reason why the Suns won was because at the end of the day, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker just had the edge over Luka and Kyrie. They outscored them, and that was the difference in the game. Kevin Durant was able to make his clutch shot when Luka Doncic wasn't able to make his clutch shot.
yeah,
So the game just came down to ultimately this matchup with teams who don't have really the best defenses in the world, and their supporting cast are giving them supporting cast numbers and they're hitting big time shots. It's just going to come down to whose duo is better in that game. And the
yeah,
Suns won because their duo just outperformed, not by crazy amount, but just enough to win that
yeah,
game. Kevin Durant hit his clutch shot, Luka couldn't.
yeah. They definitely outperformed the other duo. You know what I'm saying to you? I think they both had close to like 40. KD was clutch too, man. He was getting to his spots exactly how he wanted to. Like, bro, KD is unreal, bro. KD's unreal.
He's doing it efficiently too. What was he?
So
Only took
efficient.
17 shots, got 17 points, and did it on 12 out of 17. That is unreal.
So
I think
efficient, bro.
we were worrying about when Kevin Durant linked up with Devin Booker. Who's the offense going to play through? I don't think it matters because at the end of the day, Kevin Durant doesn't need 30 plus shots because he's going to give you 25 to 30 points on great efficiency while only taking about 20 shots. So it's not like
great looks.
Yeah, I don't think there's a player in the NBA that I've ever seen that you could plug on any team better than Kevin Durant. This man's giving you 37 on 17 shots. You don't have to take shots away from your team. Booker can still put up all the shots he wants, and Kevin Durant will still get his.
Right. He's not taking away shots from anybody, bro. He's like, it's so in the flow of the offense. It's like a catch and shoot. It's like him coming off of curls, bro. You know what I mean? Or even if he dances for a couple seconds, he makes sure he gets all the way close to the basket, like in the paint area, and then shoots a midi, like a mid-range pull-up. So he'll be extremely efficient with his shot selection, bro. It is crazy what he be doing, bro. Like I seen when they actually started playing good defense on him, he still did like a spin, and he's so long that when he spins or after a couple dribbles, he can end up real close to the basket, and then you can't contest him on a pull up. So it's like these are wide open mid range jumpers, bro. Like that is
but the Mavs defense, you got to agree it's an issue.
It is.
When you get 30 plus from your duo and 17 plus from your two bench players, then you get 21 from Hardaway, 17 from Wood. Your two best role players are giving you 17 plus, and you still lose.
Yeah,
that's got to be a huge concern come playoff time when you still have that offensive explosion from all ends. You're shooting 40% from three, but you still lose.
Yeah, man. That's what like, you know what they should do? I'm thinking, like, why don't they try to get a guy like Dwight Howard? You know what I'm saying? Or somebody, just someone that can just contest shots, who's, that'll be their only job is to rebound and contest shots in the paint.
I think they really need that
they could
point
find
of
somebody
attack
on the wing,
on the perimeter.
on the perimeter
just
too. Yeah,
pick you up half court, slow you down.
Because the Suns,
all these guys on the
Suns
perimeter just putting up all their shots, and they really need a guy who can go out there and lock you up.
At least the Suns got Josh Okogie.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good defender.
Who was was it Kogi on Luka?
Yeah, he was on Luka. I seen him. He stole the ball from Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
So need somebody like that.
Nah, but I hate Devin Booker though. I hate him.
You don't like what he did at the end of the game,
bro. You know what Lucas said, man? They only talk when they up.
Yep. I like Luka's comeback.
I like it too. I really like Luka, man. He's for real, bro. Like
Luka's so confident, bro.
Yeah, he'll talk trash, bro. I like him I like when the NBA gets a little chippy. You know what I mean? I don't like all that. Like, sometimes I don't like that buddy stuff. I like if someone's saying some smack, get in his face. You know what I'm saying? Say something in the post game interview. I'm not saying throw a punch because that would just not be good for TV. But like, yeah, bro, two grown men trying to compete. We should start seeing more of this like yapping because the NBA needs more of that. I think Luka is from overseas bringing that little talk.
Yeah, bro. I like his comeback, bro. He said, yeah. I mean, next time just don't talk when it's only 3 seconds left. Like Luka's so gangster, bro. Like
the game was over. It was the funniest thing. Booker, you light skinned, bro. Like, what are you doing, yo? You had all that game to talk. You was getting your buckets, so you could have been talking then.
Right.
But man, I gotta see in the playoffs, bro. Booker, Luka, trash talking in the 7th series again.
Oh my goodness, bro! You got Katie and Kyrie, like they don't hate each other, but that's still kind of like a rivalry too. Like
it's weird. It's like weird.
Like like what's going on, bro? Man,
no, but these teams are very well in playoffs because you got 4 proven guys who can get you 30 in a playoff setting. I mean, Booker, KD, and Kyrie have scored 40 in the finals. And Luka, I think, is capable of scoring 40 in the finals. So that's 4 guys who can get you 40 in the finals going at it. Insane, bro.
It's going to be nasty, bro.
I would actually take the Mavs over a lot of teams because even though I didn't like blowing the lead to the Lakers, and I think they're, 2-4 since getting Kyrie, I think when it comes playoff time, you're going to need some guys who can get you buckets. Because playoffs is all about what? It's about best players putting up historical performances. Because you can go in the finals of your best players put up some historic stats. Luka and Kyrie can go get you 40 in the playoff. We saw the 40-40 ball against. So come playoff time, how many teams could compete with that offense?
Right.
But it's gonna be fun to watch.
Like, and it's different. It's different offense too. Like these guys, I think Luka and Kyrie, as far as ISO scoring or a step above, we're not way too much better. I think they're a little bit better than Katie and Devin Booker as far as ISO scoring. Katie and Devin Booker are just as good as them as pure scores, but not ISO, in my opinion.
I think that's a real even duo. For real. And it showed yesterday. That's a real even duo. But I've been hearing a lot of talks that people are trying to deny that the Suns are a super team but I think there's like confusion of what exactly a super team is. So I want to ask you, what is your definition of super team?
My definition of a super team is when you have two superstars on your team, and then your third option is a perennial all-star guy. I want to give a shout out to Big Shot from TikTok because he kind of broke it down too, and he goes like, you know what I mean? You have different tiers of NBA players, and he says that, you know, if you have two guys that are a tier 1 on your team and then a tier 2 for your third option, like for example, Steph and KD would be two guys that are tier 1, then Clay's your tier 2 guy, and the same thing with the Miami Heat. So I think you can say the same thing about. I mean, the Suns team is a super team, bro. You have KD and Devin Booker. I think Devin Booker's a superstar.
Yeah.
And
But
Chris
who is that
Paul.
perennial all-star?
We can say Chris Paul. I mean, he has been making an all-star
Are
team.
we?
No.
I think that's where the confusion comes.
It is.
I agree with your definition of a super team. I do think that I'll rephrase it a little bit instead of saying just general superstar. I think your best player has to be like an MVP level player, a guy who can make an All NBA first team, get an MVP vote. Your second best player has to be a superstar, a guy who can get an All NBA second team, and your third best player just has to be an All-Star. He doesn't have to be an All NBA second team player, but at least has to be an All-Star respectable level player. So Miami would fit that role, especially when Ron was MVP, D Wade would be a second team, and Chris Bosh was All-Star. Trying to see if a Warriors would fit that role. Even the Warriors of 2015, when Clay, Draymond, 2016, like that, Clay, Draymond, and Steph, I think were all NBA or something like that. Two of them were all NBA, and then one of them all.
See, that's why I don't like the All NBA because I don't think Draymond is in that conversation. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think he is like an all-star caliber player. I mean, I know he made the all-star team. I'm talking about a perennial all-star, and that's why. Well, okay. I mean, Chris Paul isn't an all-star now, but in his prime, he was pretty much a perennial all-star, and I think he's pretty close to his prime now. He might start, you know, he might just now be drifting off some, but he's not far off from what he was last year. And the Suns won 60-something games. Like everybody's already been claiming Chris Paul is still in his prime on Phoenix. And so I just look at that.
I don't think they are a super team, but I think they're probably the closest thing to a super team because I don't think Chris Paul is that all-star level point guard anymore. I don't think DeAndre Ayton is an all-star level center, but they're the closest thing to being an all-star level player. So I think they're the closest thing to being a super team. But I don't think they are a super team by definition because they don't have that perennial all-star.
Man, it's just funny, man. Like, what makes it funny is that the guy that we're saying, because I kind of agree with you, but the guy that we're saying isn't all-star caliber is Chris Paul, so it's still CP3. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly. Because
that's what's so funny about
night, Ayton can get you 20, or Chris Paul can make some big-time shots down the stretch. But by definition, I don't think it would fit because he isn't an all-star. They weren't all-stars before Kevin Durant showed up, so they're definitely not going to be all-stars now.
Because you can go with the definition of him being a tier 2. I mean, you can say he's tier 2. Honestly, I don't even really think he is tier 2 right now. But man, see, if that's the case, we got to change how we rank Chris Paul then, because I don't think he's far off from what he's been doing most of his career, really.
I think he is. Defensively, he's definitely taken a big dip. He's not the same defender as he once was. And offensively, I don't think Chris Paul is capable of consistently giving you 15 and 20 points ananymore.
I mean, before Kevin Durant showed 16, up, he wasn't. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm not sure. Like before Kevin Durant showed up, he didn't show that he was consistently able to give you 15 and 20 points, which he was used to be able to do.
So hold on. So who was leading? Because I agree that Devin Booker has been the best player on the team, but so if that's the case, why do people say that he should have been in the MVP race?
Who?
He was only averaging like 16 points a game that season. And so that's why I'm saying he's not Chris Paul.
What year? The
And
year that they went to the championship? Oh, last year? Last year?
no, last year he was averaging 14, and he was averaging 16 that year when he first went there. And so I don't think he's far out. He's averaging 13 this season.
Oh, I
So
think
his
the
numbers have
year that
always been
he
kind of
went,
shiesty.
because it was impact. I think people were, because the way that he was able to go to the team and turn it around, I think that's probably the reason why. Because I do know in Phoenix, I think one person gave him an MVP vote one of those years.
Right. So if that's the case, then we can say that KD wants to ride that Chris Paul impact wave, bro, because the impact will still be the same. And so
It's just not the same because he's averaging 3 points less from his first year in Phoenix. His field goal
and KD,
percentage is he's not as efficient. His field goal percentage has taken a noticeable dip in
yeah,
both
but KD,
all
but
areas.
KD more than makes, but KD more than makes up for that though.
He's a career, yeah, I know, but before KD wasn't getting there, Chris Paul wasn't at an all-star level, so we can't claim Chris Paul to be an all-star because before Kevin Durant was there, Chris Paul's still a great player, but I don't think he fits that perennial all-star definition because Chris Paul defensively is taking a noticeable drop. His points per game, his offensive ability is taking a drop, especially in efficiency,
Yeah, he
in
hasn't been
all
an All
areas
Star
of
since. Yeah,
scoring.
my fault.
Yeah, so his just numbers are down. I don't think he should be an all-star. But like I said, they're the closest thing to being a super team, and they're still a very good team. But by
Yeah,
definition, they're
man.
not.
Closest thing. Yeah, it's the closest thing to a super team that you can get. Um,
But like
but I do
by
think they
definition,
have similar
wouldn't the
talent than the
73-9
Lakers.
Warriors what talent? The current day Lakers?
Yeah, they got similar talent than the Lakers. What would you ask about the Warriors though?
Oh, I was just saying, by technicality, wouldn't the 2016 Warriors be a super team? Because Curry was MVP, Draymond Green was All NBA second team, and Klay Thompson was All Star.
No. Draymond wasn't tier 2. I think Clay was the tier 2 guy. The All. No. See, because that wasn't a super team. It was just one superstar and Steph. I think you need to
You
have
mean
two
two
superstars on your
superstars?
team to be a. You
Okay,
need to have
you
two
need to have
superstars
two.
on your team to be a super team, and then Draymond, bro. Right. So hold on. It was one superstar with Steph, an All Star, a perennial All Star with Clay at that time, and Draymond is a role player to me.
Draymond was All NBA second team though, giving you like
Yeah,
15 a
because
game.
yeah, but sometimes you can get All NBA based on how good that team is doing.
But his impact was crazy. But I get what you're saying. It should be superstar though.
But I do want to
Definitely
give
should be
Draymond
like
credit though, because I think he was starting to be one of the best power forwards in the league. So I just don't be knowing where to rank Draymond because he wasn't a perennial All Star and he wasn't giving you double digits. What, except for those 2 seasons, is what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying. But I don't think
I
that
think
that's
I think now
like you
what
giving
is
me
it?
14
So
points a game.
MVP tier one superstar like MVP level, then a tier two level superstar, and then like a tier three like perennial All Star. I get it now. So Draymond Green just wasn't in that
Yeah, I just
of
don't
like
think he was in that. He was in that echelon, man. He's like a Rudy
I
Gobert.
get it. Rudy Gobert. Nah, he
Yeah, he's like
clears
Rudy
Rudy
Gobert,
Gobert.
bro.
He clears Rudy Gobert.
Nah, Rudy Gobert is giving you dominant numbers and rebounding. Dominant numbers.
Could Gobert go on the perimeter? Could Rudy
Nah,
Gobert play great pick and roll defense?
nah, he can't do that.
Exactly.
But I can say Draymond can't rebound like Rudy Gobert. You know, and he can't
I mean,
block
yeah, but
shots
Rudy
like Rudy
Gobert is like
Gobert.
7'1", so it's different.
Yeah, so that's value.
Yeah, but I think Draymond is just a more versatile defender. He can
I probably
guard
take Draymond.
interior and also play out.
I just think they're on the same level.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Same.
I do think in 2016 you could say Draymond Green was like a top 20 player in the NBA for like 1 year.
Nah.
Nah?
He was not top 20.
He was All NBA second team. How is he not a top 20 player in the NBA?
You think he was better than DeMar DeRozan?
No.
And that would just off the top of my head. I think DeMar DeRozan was probably like 16, 17. You know what I'm saying?
16 players than DeMar DeRozan?
Probably, yeah. I think so.
I don't know. I was like 15, so I completely forgot I was in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't know. I would just brainstorm it off the top of my head.
Last topic. Oh, bro, no. I want to ask you this since I got here, bro. You said like a while ago that the Rockets looked better with Russell Westbrook and not CP3.
No. Mars has said that Chris Paul looked better on the Rockets than Russ looked on the Rockets.
Yeah,
And I think Russ looked better. He had his most efficient season. He averaged 27, 7 and 7.
Let me ask you this question. So wait, do you think the Rockets were better with Russell Westbrook?
Do I think the Rockets were better with Russell Westbrook?
Yes.
No.
Oh, okay.
I can't say that. But the Rockets. But both teams did lose to the team that like in the playoffs, they both lost to the team that won a championship. So really you can't see. Really, I don't know if Russ and Harden would have sold.
The offensive and defensive ratings were down when they got Russell Westbrook. But yeah.
And it's tough to say because I think Russ and Harden would have lost to the Warriors anyway. Actually, I don't know, man. It's tough to say. I don't know.
Let me ask you about
because Harden was always dropping 50 on them.
Yeah, but Chris Paul was just better defensively, plus spaced the floor a lot better, and could actually run that offense better. And the offensive rating and defensive ratings were up with Chris Paul compared to Russell Westbrook. Would they have the number one offense in 2018 or something like that? Or number 2?
Yeah, they did have the number one offense.
Yeah, and that was Chris Paul, and then they went all the way down. I think like 7 or 8 with Westbrook. No, I just only asked you that because I thought you were trying to say the Rockets were better than Russ, but I must have heard. Never mind.
Yeah, nah.
Last question though. I gotta get this last question up. This is an interesting one. Do you think Paul George is a Hall of Famer?
I think Paul George is a Hall of Famer. Yeah, man. Yeah. I would give it to him.
Do you really think he should be in there though? It's like just hearing like Paul George is Hall of Famer. Does he feel like a Hall of Famer to you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I mean, I would give it to him because of his numbers. You know, it's guys in the Hall of Fame that I think, didn't put up the numbers that Paul George put up. I'm not sure about his All NBAs and all defensive teams, though. I don't know how many he has.
I think, by the way, the Hall of Fame is going. Paul George will get in because when you actually look at his All NBAs, he stacks up with some Hall of Famers like a Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady. And those were first ballot Hall of Famers.
Yeah,
Paul George actually,
I was thinking
he's
about
got
guys
the
like that.
All-Stars, the All NBAs. He's got the All Defensive teams. But when you really think about it, will Paul George finish all time higher than Tracy McGrady? Like seriously?
I think he might be higher than Tracy McGrady. Or he might finish.
George, the way his career's going, even without a championship, Paul George might retire higher than Tracy McGrady.
Yeah, facts, bro. Yeah, his longevity is gonna be better.
Because of the longevity. He has additional All-Star to McGrady. McGrady has one more All-NBA first team, but they have a roughly amount of the same All-NBAs in total. McGrady does have the scoring championships. He has 2 of those from the early 2000s. But what about Paul George's all defenses? This man was playing some elite perimeter defenses when he was healthy. He's got a couple of those, especially some first teams. Paul George was top 3 at MVP at one point, so it's not like he was just some like solid all-star. No, he was an MVP candidate at one point. And unlike Tracy McGrady, Paul George was the best player on teams that went to the conference finals. So when we think
facts,
about
bro.
it, Paul George. It sounds weird to say because Tracy McGrady is his all-time great scorer and a very talented player. But when we think about it, Paul George could be higher all-time than Tracy McGrady when he retires.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, no, I 100% agree, bro. Like, I think you could already make the argument right now that he's over Tracy McGrady right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I don't think Paul
they
George
talk
is a Hall
about
of Famer though.
they talk about injuries. They talk about injuries with T Mac, but Paul George overcame a gruesome injury himself, and he actually got
But
better
an
since then.
injury?
He had it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I was going to say he
yeah,
actually got
yeah.
better.
He played like an
Since his
MVP.
career
Yeah,
after, yeah.
he played like an MVP after that injury.
Mhm.
So
I don't know, but like, see, if I was running the Hall of Fame, I don't think I would put Paul George in because I think I would put him in that tier 2 Hall of Fame. You know, that Hall of Very Good. I feel like the elite players, Hall of Famers should just be at the highest level for multiple years. When you think of Hall of Famer, I mean, I'm not talking about the GOATs. What do you think about Dirk, D. Wade, David Robinson? Those should be the Hall of Famers, right? Then you start letting these like low tier guys in, like Paul George, Damian Lillard. Like, no disrespect to them, those guys will make it by the way the Hall of Fame be going. But my Hall of Fame, I wouldn't let those guys in because I just don't think that because they just weren't Hall of Famers to me for that long of a time. I mean, at their peak,
but
if they were at their peak for a longer period of time, then probably like a 2019 Paul George was 2019 Paul George for like what 5 years, then
Okay,
I'd
I
be like,
see what
oh
you're
snap,
saying.
yeah, that's a Hall of Famer.
Okay. That's a fire point.
What do you mean?
That makes a lot of sense because I was gonna say that you can see a guy like Dame and Paul George. If you look at it now, they've been doing it for like a long time, like almost 9 or 10 years or 11 years. So it's kind of some longevity. Like they already have a long stretch. But what you just said made sense because you said if we had 2018 Paul George for like 5-6 years,
He would be Hall of Famer to me.
you know what I'm saying? Because
But
that's
like,
what
yeah,
the
exactly.
guy.
Like, how long
Yeah,
was he a Hall of Fame level player? They're going to get in for longevity, but I think the Hall of
right.
Famers should be at a Hall of Fame level for most of their career.
Yeah, I mean numbers wise, they've been putting up the production, but a guy like Dame and Paul George had their peak. Well, Dame, I think has been getting better ever since he started turning the corner. So I think
Oh man,
Dame is
he's going
different
to keep
than.
dropping 70. We could have a different discussion about Damian Lillard. We're already
Yeah,
into that. That's true.
but yeah, no, like that's true because the guys that you compared them to, like the guys from back in the day, would give you that same production. I mean, that peak production for a long time. Like, you know what I mean? Like just night in and night out playing their hardest.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, man, it's hard to think about though. I do think Paul George though should be a Hall of Famer. I would give it to him. It's guys just I mean just for the simple fact that it's guys that are in there that have done the same amount of him or less. So
But
yeah, I mean
Paul
answer your
George
question.
realistically was at an all-time great level for one season. Other than that, I don't know if like.
Yeah, I do be thinking about that. Like that was his best season, man. And I do always think about that. Like he hasn't really done that every season.
Yeah, he's weird. Paul George is a weird player because his skill set could put him top 5 in the NBA.
Yeah, bro. He's like this is prime years, bro. And then he's on the Clippers talking about I think PG. I don't think my game is enough to be a number one and this and that. So he's literally playing less. He's playing more passive on purpose. Based on what he said.
What question were you gonna ask me? I heard you say something.
When was that?
Oh, I thought like 2 minutes ago, literally. I thought I said, so let me ask you a question or something like that. Nah, never mind.
Oh, you said you had a question. Yeah, I think you did have one.
No, you had a question for me. That's what I thought.
Oh, no. I don't think I had a question, did I? I don't know, bro. I can't remember now.
Nah, I'm tripping, man. I thought I heard you say something. Never mind. Well, that's all I got for the topics. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the 20th episode of Some Casual Takes. Lakers are back, bro. Scary Lakers. I don't know how much stock you want to put in the Lakers, but wait, real quick, what do you think of Warriors, bro? Is this a contender or no?
Yeah, bro, contender. Because they got Steph back. So I think it's Mavs. I think it's going to be Mavs, Warriors in the conference finals.
Who beats Phoenix?
Either the Mavs or the Warriors. I got the Warriors beating Phoenix, too.
Yeah, but everyone tuning in. We're going to be live on Friday talking about some all-time debates. Make sure you're checking the TikTok lives. Crunch can't because he's banned. TikTok, for real. Hating on the truth. Like I said, LeBron groupies running the organization. They're going to ban me for saying that, bro. But appreciate y'all for tuning in. Tap it on Friday. Peace.